and Metal Mummymon. Okay. He evolved this morning. Wow! I bet he can beat Metal Greymon. No way, your shrimp won't have a chance. Hey! Oh, you're here. Wow! Metal Greymon and Metal Mummymon. We'll see who wins now.
Okay, hello and welcome to Branch Play's Digimon World. Originally this game launched in Japan in 1999 and then came out in the West in 2000 and 2001, and I quickly loaded up the game earlier, so I haven't actually started it, but there is a save file, so let's quickly load that, and I'll explain more about the game once we get into it. I'm Digimon. Tell me about yourself. Do you have a Digivice? Yes. I see. Do you prefer day or night? Personally, I'm more of a night person, but I'm gonna say day. Alright, what's your name? So, basically, what we need to do here is just, put our name in. This will, and also, depending on how you answer those questions, determines what starter Digimon you get. I'll explain more about that once we get into the game, but basically, this just determines whether or not you get Agumon or Gabumon as your starter. Well, that's all the questions I have. See you later.
I'm home. Huh? It's Digimon. Huh? He's saying something. Huh?
And so with that, we enter the digital world. Also, the game and music starts here for a second, then stops immediately, then starts again. I always thought that was a fun little thing ever since I was a little kid. Don't know why. He arrived. It worked. A human, just like you said, Gigi. Shh. He's getting up. Huh? Where am I? Welcome to Digimon World. What? Yikes. What's the matter? Who are you guys? These are Digimon. Digi what? Huh? I thought you knew about Digimon. Oh, I got it. This is a dream. It's not a dream. Hey, wait. You're Tokomon. This is a really realistic dream. Branch, this isn't a dream, but it's not real either. What are you talking about? Who are you? I'm Digimon. I don't know of any Digimon by that name. There are more Digimon than you know of. This is Digimon World. Digimon World! This world is not a dream, nor is it real. It's our world. Gee, it looks too real to be a dream. Look behind you. You'll see what I mean. What? So, we have Agumon. So, this is Agumon. I remember now. I got sucked into that Digimon keychain. That's right. Why am I here? Come to my house. I'll explain. I invited you here to save us. Save you from what? We are in File City. It's the center of File Island. A city? Here? Well, though it was a city, there used to be all kinds of Digimon who lived here. Digimon started to lose heart and moved out of the city. What do you mean? I'm not sure what caused it. Digimon started losing their speaking skills. Some of them still talk, but they all forgot that they lived here. So that's what you meant by losing heart. It's dangerous if we do nothing. But why me? You're good at raising Digimon, right? I'm good at it, alright. Well, don't you realize that you're speaking Digimon? Or whatever. Huh? No way. I'm speaking plain old English, or whatever language you're playing the game in. And to us, it sounds like Digimon. That's right! In this world, your love for Digimon will give you strength. Thanks. That's why I chose you. You can rally all of the Digimon on the island. What? Well, you can count on me. Alright! Thanks, you're our only hope. So where do I start? Take Agumon and explore the island. Find the cause of this danger and get the Digimon to come back. Well, let's go. Wait, I haven't finished yet. And with that, the game gives you kind of like the opening exposition, and then it just says, go out into the world. That's it. Figure out the story on your own, figure it out, do it yourself, basically. First things first, you do want to talk to Tokomon, because Tokomon gives you a whole bunch of items, such as, you know, basic restoring stuff and food. So, pretty much, depending on how you answer the questions right at the start, you can either have Agumon or Gabumon as your starter Digimon. Personally, I will always prefer to have Agumon. It's just consistently more reliable, I think. Would you like some meat? Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to explain. This is a meat farm. We grow meat for everyone. You grow meat on a farm? Yes. What's wrong? Nothing. It's alright. Please continue. Gigi and I decided to give you 3 pieces of meat a day, so here's today's. So, Tanemon will be able to... Well, Tanemon, we can talk to it for once every day, and it will give us 3 pieces of meat. And also, we now need to pretty much immediately go and do grinding, because if I want to explore the forest outside the city, yeah, my stats aren't currently really going to be cutting it. However, for convenience purposes, I'm going to immediately go to boosting my attack stat. So, you can see how Agumon is doing that very slow clawing attack here, right? If we had Gabumon as our starter Digimon, that would be its basic attacking move, with the very long clawing animation. Like, regardless of if it hits, misses, or gets blocked, that's just not reliable to have, realistically. So, pretty much, I never want to have that, if possible. There are some Digimon later in the game that could probably get some use out of it, but for now... You know what, yeah, let's actually get a little bit more health. Let's boost that HP up to 1,000, I think. Oh, hang on, wait. Agumon needs to go to the bathroom before we do anything else. Ever since I was a kid, I have gotten stuck on Koromon there almost every single time I have ever walked through this area. Which is weird and kind of annoying because I've ran through this area hundreds, if not thousands of times. Because when I was a kid, I played this game a lot, and I only ever finished it once, and I didn't do it legitimately, Because my next door neighbor had a Game Shark, so I had an invincible Digimon. And that was the only way I ever, like, managed to get to the credits of this game. So, you know, here I am, many, many years later, and I really want to play through this legitimately. However, I've done two quick looks on this game, and at the end of both, I have said the exact same thing. That being, hey, I would love to do a full series on this, but I genuinely don't know how because of how grindy the game is. And as a result, I think I know how I'm gonna do it, and Agumon needs to go to the bathroom again. Because I have maybe done a little bit too much training today. I also say I've maybe done a little bit too much training today because the timer, like the in-game clock, has gone a little bit further than I would like. I think I did maybe one or two more of things than I should have. So I kind of need to now just beeline through what I was going to do in this in-game day. Because by the end of the first day in-game, there is a couple of things I want to do. And first things first, we are going to have our first battle. This is an unavoidable fight. Wow! What? Now? Okay, let's fight. Also, when this music plays in-game, usually it isn't 100%, but almost every time you hear this music in-game, it means the Digimon you're fighting will join the city when you defeat it. Also, because we have the Spitfire attack, that is why I prefer having Agumon, because it comes out fast and it has quick recovery. However, there will be times in this game where your Digimon or your opponent will kind of just, like, stand still. There will be times where this game just comes to a grinding halt for no reason. But hey, it happens. And with that, we win, and Agumon dropped a small recovery for us. That's actually super helpful. I lost. Rats. I should invite him to the city. Excuse me. Could you come to the city? What? City? You mean that old place? Well, well, okay. I'm Agumon. Nice meeting you. So, Agumon has joined the city. Well, alright. Pays to try. I'll keep on asking. So, Agumon has now joined the city. Agumon is a rookie Digimon, and he will open up the item bank. It's located directly next to Gigimon's house, so you have quick access to it, and you can put your items in there. Basically, when you lose a fight in the wild, you will lose some of your items. The game explains it as your items being stolen. And pretty much, we don't really want to we can avoid that as best we can by putting valuable items in there. Which is super helpful because realistically there will be times where you just don't want to lose stuff. Such as important stat boosting items and not necessarily key items, but generally just a few things you want to keep a hold of. So I'll come back through this area in a little bit, and we also have Kunemon's bed here. So I'm also going to quickly just cut through this little zone as well. Okay, so if we head up here to the Digimon Bridge, we'll notice a couple of things. Mostly that there are Digimon here, such as Azurimon. No. Okay. I thought that was called Azurimon, but I guess it's called Aruramon. Okay, basically, if we come up here, we'll notice that the bridge is broken. And obviously, we don't really want that. Oh. Oh, that didn't do as much damage as I thought it would. So basically, if we come up here, we'll see that the Digimon bridge is broken. Also, because we ran from that fight, we have, okay, you know what? I was gonna show that the Digimon bridge is broken, but Agumon needs to sleep, and I want to get this done today in-game. So I'm basically just gonna leave this as Source, dude, just trust me. Source, just trust me. Because now we're gonna quickly head on out to Koella Point and meet Koellamon. So, Koellamon, I need to talk to twice, which is why I really want to rush through, because he disappears at night. So, here is Koellamon. Hey, are you human? I'm Koellamon, the fish Digimon. Did you come to see me? Yes, we looked all over. Ha, is that so? The bridge upstream's broken and you want to go across, right? I see. Fine, I'll help you. Okay, so, 1, 2, 3. now we can just walk across. Now, walk on our heads, don't worry. So, here's the thing. Here we go. And we just politely hop across, and Agumon will just walk, I guess. This world needs more teamwork. Let's meet again. So there's a 3% chance that Piximon can appear here. Is he here? No, he is not, and that's honestly for the best, because I would not be fighting Piximon even if he was. Because Piximon is a menace in this game. Piximon is violence. Oh, a bridge. So, basically, the Digimon bridge is now fixed, and we can come and go through here whenever. Also, I feel bad because Agumon is tired and sleepy, but I still need to run back and talk to Coelamon again. After that, he can take a nap, but because we've now fixed the bridge, whatchamacallit, although Digimon that would have appeared there are now gone. So, Agumon, I'm so sorry. I feel really bad that I'm doing this, straight away. I don't know how long you can do this before the game counts it as a care mistake, because care mistakes are something you really need to keep an eye out for. Oh, and some things are more, I guess, obvious than others. Okay, so let's go and talk to Coelamon again. Oh, it's you, Branch. The bridge is fixed. I hear you're making a city. I got a request. I want you to help me just like I helped you. Huh? Making a city means saving this island. Everyone will be saved. Does that mean you'll go to the city? Yes, I'll go to your city. So, Coelamon, the champion fish Digimon, has now joined the city. Coelamon is very helpful to have around. Basically, he will open up a shop. The shop will be very limited at first, but as we go through the game, it will obviously grow and expand with more stock. The shop will also get noticeably larger, and we should be able to do stuff pretty okay. Now, Agumon got on to have a nice little 6-hour nap or something, and now we can return to the native forest to do whatever else we needed to do. Because to be totally honest, we are not high enough level for the tropical jungle. There's a couple of things I could do in there, and I could try to navigate around all the Digimon, but if I try to fight the stuff there, I will just get absolutely obliterated. So, yeah, I'm going to avoid that. I'm also going to avoid Kunamon itself, just for now. Because my next priority is on the next screen over. But if we check here, there's engraved letters here. No one's here. Go home. Is someone living here? The answer is yes, something is living here, but we don't need to worry about that for a long time. Basically, something will happen there, but that's pretty much near the end of the game. So now I want to quickly run on up here and talk to Palmon. A flower. I'm a flower. I said I'm a flower. Aren't you listening? Okay, so now we have to fight Palmon. Palmon will be a nice Digimon to have. It's one of the most important ones for the early game, I would say. Because since it's the evolved form of Tanimon, you can probably guess what it does. But I will explain more about that once we actually finish this fight. Now, as you can currently see, I'm locked into the auto command, because this is pretty much a fight that I started by talking to something, so I'm locked into this fight. Like, if it's a normal fight in the wild, you can run. And that, I think it's like, I don't know what does it specifically. I think it's the brains stat unlocks more kind of options available. So you can yell to be like, hey, attack, defend. In the event that you're fighting multiple things at once, you can tell it to change targets and so on and so forth. Also, you may notice that just below our HP and MP, we are gradually building up letters that will eventually spell out finish. Once we have that all maxed out, we can basically do our super move. In Agumon's case, that is Pepper Breath, which is basically just a better fire move. However, I'm not going to do it immediately because, you know what, let's go for it now. Because we might be locked into getting attacked there, but it doesn't seem to be. So, pretty much, when the Digimon gets kind of engulfed in that yellow aura, I suppose, you just mash L1 and R1 on it, and it kind of powers it up a bit more. But hey, we won that fight without too much hassle, and Palmon drops the Brain Chip, which is a pretty nice item to have. I hate fighting. In that case, come to the city. It's peaceful there. The city sounds like fun. I'm Palmon. You'll find me useful. I will say, I always did love that outrunning animation for Palmon. It's just, it's got that perfect level of, like, cute but still goofy. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, thank you, Agumon. Genuinely thanks, Agumon. I did not mean to do that. I also didn't mean to do that. Okay, so we give Agumon some food because, you know, well, he's hungry, so we should be taking care of our Digimon. And this will bring us back up to the... Like, if we went south in the area that led us to Kunamon's bed, we'd come to here. Because the bathroom is right there. Now, I don't have enough health for this. So you know, I think... No, I'm not gonna... Should I risk it? I'll fight a regular Dokunemon before I try to fight the actual, you know, before I fight Kunamon itself. Because Kunamon is, by far, in my opinion, the hardest early game fight. I mean, realistically, I don't really know how to categorize things in this game to be, like, early game, mid-game, end-game. Because you do get various shortcuts, and this game is just generally really hard. From what I recall. Okay, so, there are moves that can inflict status ailments, such as confusion, and some will end up doing stuff like this. So, as you can see, Agumon is now doing next to no damage and is basically in a pixel form. However, he's now changed back. However, one convenient thing is, convenient/inconvenient, depending on a couple of factors, is the fact that while you're doing the little transformation, you're completely invincible. So that can actually work to your advantage, or it can absolutely be just debilitatingly inconvenient. Okay, it dropped a Various. That is kinda handy. I think a Various recovers status ailments, I think? What does it do? Various. Here's status, yeah. Okay. 10 out of 10, I actually managed to guess that from memory. Also, I think the camera might have weirded out a little bit there. Oh well, whatever. Also, I need to be a little bit careful here, because Agumon is starting to run a little bit low on MP, so I'm going to run back to the city. I'm going to run back to the city and do a little bit more training, to be totally honest. Because as much as I would love to say I'm very confident right now, I am not very confident right now. Oh, and I think it's about the same either way now. So I definitely have enough time to get Agumon back to either bathroom, so let's just get back to the city itself. Because I also can quickly cut through here, so we'll be able to see what Coelamon is doing. So it's very... Also, I do quite like this music, even though I was a little bit unsettled by it when I was a kid. And well, I really did just get that as like as the music kind of transitioned back to day. So I got all of like 5 seconds of it. But we make it to the bathroom in time. Good job, Agumon. Way to hold it in, little buddy. Genuinely, if you mess up and your Digimon poops itself, the virus gauge will increase. That will count as a care mistake, and you want to avoid those wherever possible. Also, Tanemon is now here, just sunbathing and sleeping, because Palmon has taken over this. Hi, I expanded the meat farm. I'll give you 3 pieces of giant meat a day. If you want extra, I'll sell you it for 500 each. I'll be in charge of this farm for Tanemon. He's resting somewhere. So, basically, Palmon directly is the upgrade here, so now we get 3 pieces of giant meat per day. And we can now also buy additional meat if we need it. And let's quickly talk to the item keeper, Agumon. Welcome. My new business is the item keeper. I keep items for people. I'll keep your items free as a special service. Okay, so let's quickly deposit some items. And by that I mean, I'm putting the restore in, and I'm putting the brain chip in, and everything else, fine. Basically, I just want to keep my very valuable items safe for now. I want to keep my very valuable items safe, because realistically, if I don't, it's gonna be bad. So, there is I think there's only one more upgrade to the meat farm, and then after that, there is, I think there's like 6 or 7 shop upgrades throughout the game. So those will take us a little while. I also want to get more MP available. Well, because I know that Spitfire only takes 30. I know Spitfire only takes 30, but I would quite like to have more available. Although I do feel a little bit bad, you know, telling my fire-based Digimon to go and just kind of sit under a water. I feel a little bit bad telling my fire-based Digimon to go and sit under a waterfall, but hey, here we are. And how do I sort these? I'm sure. Oh, I think I need to click on something. Yeah, I do. Sort. Sort by basic. 10 out of 10. So pretty much, you can sort your bag by stuff that's helpful in fights, stuff that'll help you in the overworld, and just generally taking care of your Digimon stuff. So 2 more will get us to 1000 MP. However, Agumon needs to quickly run to the bathroom again. This is part of why I was very concerned about doing this, but like, this is why... Okay, I know I said this earlier in the episode, but I'm just going to quickly reiterate it now. So, in this game, you end up doing a lot of grinding and running back and forth. That's why, despite doing 2 quick looks on this game, I've been a little bit apprehensive on doing this series. So, the way I've decided to do this is, I am going to gradually record this. However, if you are seeing this first episode, that means this entire series is recorded. So, you will see, so if this first episode is up, that means I have the entire series recorded. However, it is also entirely possible that I will record episode 1 and 2 now, then by the time I'm at episode 10, it's like 6 months from now. So, yeah, don't expect these to be... So, it is entirely possible that various things will change, I will have rambled on about totally different stuff, and this series might be my longest one in terms of actually recording stuff, because normally I record my entire playthroughs over, like, the course of, depending on how long the game is, a week, maybe 2 or 3 weeks, depends how long the game is. But this could be, I record 2 episodes on the first day, couple after that, then I just leave the game for like 2 months. Anything could happen. So this will be a long process of recording for me, because I know that this game is a lot of work, especially if you aren't using a guide for it. And so I'm going to try to do this I'm going to try to do this from as much of my memory as I can, but by the end I will probably need to use a guide for a couple of things. Also, I can do bonus tries here, however I do not trust bonus tries. I historically have terrible luck with the bonus tries, so I'm not going to bother. Basically, I'm not going to bother with the bonus tries, mostly just because, quite simply, you do them, and it's like, hey, do you want to rule the slots? And the answer is, yeah, sure, but I'm terrible at them. I have awful timing for them. I've never been good at them. So, yeah, that's why I don't really do the bonuses. So I'm going to quickly talk to Punimon over here, who will let you rest for an hour. You heal a bit of HP, a bit of MP, but it also reduces your tiredness. And also, Agumon is going to want to go to sleep in, like... Basically, I'm going to let it take another nap, and then it'll be like, hey, I want to go to sleep immediately. And I should have paid attention there, because if it needed to go to the bathroom, it may have just pooped on the floor and then sleep. Which it didn't. Fantastic. Okay, so I guess we'll give him one last meal before he goes night-night. And since he wants to go to sleep, this is my time to save. So I will actually end off today's episode here. So, today we managed to start up Digimon World and got Palmon, Agumon, and Coelamon to join the city. Next time we'll be continuing to make our way through, and I'm going to end off today's episode here. So, as always, feel free to leave a comment and click any of the buttons down below if you feel so inclined, and I will hopefully see you all next time for more Digimon World. Okay, thanks for watching. Later.